Yo guys, what is up? It is Ealef Cuts and I'm here with
Alexander Michaelides.
and we're back again for another episode of In the Cut, from the chair to the community.
Episode 10, my brother.
It's episode 10. It's come a long way, but we're here. We made it.
10!
How's it feel?
Man, it's kind of crazy to be real. I know a stat off the top of my head. It's like 90% of podcasts fail because they don't get past episode 10.
Well,
we're in the top. We're in the 10% of podcasts, my
we
brother.
haven't failed just yet.
We haven't failed just yet, man.
It's
It's been a surreal couple 2-3 months since we got it going, and I feel like credit to both of us for having an idea and action, and then actually putting it through.
Definitely. I mean,
you know what I mean?
I wanna thank you, to be honest, bro. Like, you know, I had, you know, some clients and they'd sort of said to me when they'd be coming in for haircuts, we'd be having deep chats, and they're like, "Damn, bro, you know, we're spitting, you know, you need to put a camera up." And I never had the confidence to really do it. But then when you came around and you were like, "Bro, you know, we have these deep chats, let's do it together," I'm like, 100%. And I didn't know you too well back then, but now I'm like so confident there's no one else who would have wanted to do it.
Bless, my brother.
We're cooking.
Yeah, man, it's dope for you guys to see, because you're witnessing a real brotherhood, you know, kind of form in front of your eyes as well. You feel me? And in your speakers from, like, you know, from clients. So that's my boy now. You know, that's my guy. Like, I tell everyone about him and whatnot. Talk about how good he is. You know, make you blush and shit. But you feel me? So it was real. But before we kind of jump into today's theme and today's segment, considering it's been 10 eps, what has been? I got 2 questions for you.
Tell me.
The highlight of it so far, and then something that was a little bit unexpected with it that you just didn't think about or realize or just weren't expecting. I know, I'll put you on the spot.
Highlights, I mean, honestly, I feel like we have highlights like every week, like when it comes to just new additions, doing this, doing that, switching up the camera angle, adding new props to the set, whatever it is. But honestly, I feel like a real sort of integral moment for us was our guests, starting to get them on, and you know, I'm so keen to keep getting more on in the future, but I think that's going to really add a little bit of a different perspective to this podcast for sure. And something unexpected. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
It's a tricky
do you
one.
have an answer for that?
I feel like, yeah, bro, like the views and stuff, hey.
For sure.
Like,
for sure,
honest,
for
it's
sure.
like you don't know, but you know, but you...
It's like the elephant in the room, bro.
Yeah, bro, like, you know, because obviously, like, we don't care. No, I lie. I do care. Because I care because I feel like sometimes we spit, and I'm like, damn, I wish
Tell me
like,
about it.
a young person really heard this. Or like,
Definitely.
I wish someone listened to this in its entirety, because I wish I listened to it when I was 14, 15, 16, you know, because all the feedback we get is pretty dope. Like, oh, this is dope. Like, people telling me, oh, this is my favorite episode, you guys cooking. But I think what saves us is definitely the reels and the short form.
Most definitely. I totally agree. I feel like it'd be so worthwhile for, you know, heaps of people out there to be watching the long form, but, you know, at least we have the short form to fall back on to get people to watch. But, yeah, there's definitely times where I'm like, you know, like when we started, I was like not expecting to get, you know, thousands and thousands of views.
Sky was, bro.
No, I was not. All right, you got to aim high, but like, but I don't know. I didn't expect it to be, you know, sometimes there was some less than expected, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But, you know, I guess, you know, especially with, you know, in the society we're in and we're all about views and clicks and likes and comments and everything like that, I think we just got to put that aside and just stick to the goal ahead of us and just keep going.
100%. And I feel like the impact is going to be there. And when we start getting, you know, like a year in and episode 1 and 2 is getting more clicks, is how you know that you really, because if the podcast is good enough, you're going to want to go back and listen to the rest.
Definitely.
So it'll be interesting. And I feel like having our guests on will help us expand our audience and our reach, and then just lead into more things. So definitely having, Mike on as our first guest was pretty dope. Sure. Ayul on our second guest was fire. I know that episode is cooking as we speak right now. Probably just dropped. I scheduled it. And obviously with the Tribe Boys, I'm excited to see kind of how that reach goes and the impact in the community we're able to build. And then we just go on from there. But also, if you guys have anyone that you think should be a guest, like,
let us know.
Yeah, that's how it is. You know, from the chair to the community, that's what we're trying to build, man. But without further ado, I feel like let's get into kind of this day's, bro. Today's, I was like, what?
Today's episode.
Yeah, today's episode. Obviously, we put some questions on the Instagram a few weeks ago now. We had to reshape some things. So I'm excited to kind of get the people's opinion and effort and go for it. So the first one, we appreciate there's a lot of questions, but we'll pick kind of however long we go for throughout the ep. But the first one, your advice to someone who is between 18 and 23, confused and wants a business.
Okay. I think the main thing first to add up, is, do you want a business? Because I feel like there's two ways to go. There's the way of having that business, and there's the other way of, that quote unquote 9 to 5. And both of those have their positives and their negatives. I feel like, a lot of people, they say, oh yeah, I want to own my own business, this and that. But then, and they go, yeah, you got the flexibility, you got this, you got that, you can do what you want. But the reality is, at least I find, and I'm sure that you can agree with me too, is that you're working 24/7 anyway. So I think the sort of duration, like the power of the business is something to sort of think about. If you know what I'm saying.
Let's role play. I'm gonna be let's role play. I reckon this is where you're gonna cook the most. People are gonna see in your element. I'm gonna sit down like I'm getting a cut, like I'm getting a cut, and I'm gonna be like, oh bro, like I'm confused. Like, already, you feel me? And then the advice you would give me.
You put me on the
spot. Just like a number. You feel me?
Let's go.
All right, so I sit down.
Sit down.
Yeah. You gonna ask you what haircut I want?
Oh, I'm cut. Oh,
no. All right, so mid cut.
All right, let's go.
Ready? Hey, bro. Like I just been thinking. I just graduated high school and whatnot, and I see what you're doing with the barbering and the business, and got your own podcast, bro. And like I kind of want that too, but I'm just not sure, bro. What do you think, bro?
I think the number one thing, and I always say this to everybody, and I think you can totally resonate as well, is to pursue your passion, to pursue something that you enjoy. I think that has to be first and foremost. I feel like, we've touched on this so many times in the past. If you're not doing something that you enjoy, you're not going to go as far as you will if you're doing something you do enjoy. So that's the main thing. Now, finding that, we've touched on that before, but finding that passion can be difficult. But the beauty of it is, this question says from 18 to 23 years old. You're so young. You got the ability to do whatever you want to do. You can mess up, you can make mistakes. Do whatever you want. If it doesn't work, go to the next thing. Then once you find the thing that you enjoy, then go hard and pursue it. Because I feel like, my mentality and your mentality, you've only got one life. You can either spend it doing nothing or you can spend it doing something. That's what I reckon.
Thanks, bro. I really appreciate your advice.
Thank you.
What episode should I listen to for that advice? Episode 4? Is that what you touched on? That's fire. No, that makes sense, bro. What
do you reckon?
Man, there's not much to add to it, eh? It's all based off your passion, and once you have that down pat, and then you can work backwards. I feel like it's just the root of it, eh?
Definitely.
And then you go from there.
Definitely. I think that's something that, you totally, encompass in Calm as well. That's probably the, main thing that you guys talk about, yeah.
1000%, bro. The whole program is called Inspiring Purpose Through Passion, because young people don't have that passion. When they don't have that passion, that's when it leads to a tendency of going off the rails or just doing whatever. You feel me?
I do.
But bet. All right, run it up. Next one.
Let's get it. This is a good one. And I think we sort of touched on this, but let's go hard. Is it worth putting in the work?
Bro, 1,000,000%. Yes. 1,010% yes. But if you're willing to put in the work, you can't just do it for like a day or a week or a month. Oh, no, it's not working. Like, you have to really be willing to sacrifice everything for the work. Like, you really need to be investing all of you. Like, you can't go to bed and be like, I could have given more. Every night you go to bed, you be like, that's it. I gave it all I had. And you're going to keep doing that 365 days on end, repeatedly, until you get to where you want to go.
Why?
Because that's the only way to do it, bro. Nothing good comes easy. And especially with young people in our society, we're not, especially just in the area we live, we're not super privileged to have, extensive networks and support and things like that. So we got to get it out the mud. We got to get it our way. You know what I mean? You really got to grind for what you want. So of course the work is worth putting in because you know the results of it. And I feel like people are so driven on just the results. But again, you got to step back and enjoy the work as it is. You feel me? Like, you don't always want to go to the gym, but how good do you feel once you go? But you need to have that feeling. Sometimes you're tired or whatever it is. You want to go for that run. But once you do it and you complete it, it's like, I enjoy it. You feel me?
I totally agree. I mean, it's so easy to do the things that are easy. It's so easy to do those things. And I've just sort of had a sort of memory in my head. So I was listening to a podcast from Andrew Huberman. It was with David Goggins, and they talk about this part of the brain called I'm gonna mess this one up, the anterior mid-cingulate cortex. Right now, that part of the brain is responsible for willpower, if I'm right. Okay, so pretty much that part of the brain, people who work hard and achieve a goal. So it's bigger in those who live a long age. It's bigger in those who feel like they've overcome something. It's bigger in those who are determined and who have the courage to do things that they don't enjoy. So pretty much, I guess Andrew Huberman and David Goggins, they sort of sum up the fact that to get this part of the brain bigger, you have to be able to do the things that you hate. And that's where it grows. So yeah, I just wanted to add that little bit in there.
Bro, freaking Aristotle back at it again. Guy always comes with the facts and the science behind it. But it's right, bro. Like, what is the downfall of not putting in the work? Like, I don't get it. Like, if you want something and then you don't put in the work.
You know what? There's a big downfall.
Yeah.
There's a big downfall of that.
100%. No, yeah, exactly right. There is a big downfall, but it's like, why wouldn't you?
Exactly.
You feel me? Like, why would you just want to just sit on the couch and do nothing? Like, why would you at least not want to try? Because even if you try it, you don't get to where you want to go, that's fine, but you got a little bit better.
Definitely.
You've built social skills, you've built resilience, you've built all those things just by giving it a go, you know? Like, the end result, right, it changes daily. You feel me? Like, I bet you're still changing for you the same way it's still changing for me.
Of course. I
So
think
that's part of it.
we always want to get to the next level, and then when we get there, we're not content. We want to get to the next one. But I think that's the beauty of life. You know, we got to find, you know, happiness and you know, balance within us, but we should also be striving for more. So I think it's always worth putting in the work. Bottom line, no matter what it is, if it's for something that's good, if it's something that's positive, then there's no reason not to.
Facts.
Whether it be to, you know, to benefit, you know, your family, your future, to, you know, to get yourself into a better position, to do good for the world or whatever it is, it has to be done.
The last thing I'm going to add to it, and that's it. The work is worth putting in if you know your why behind it. And I'm going to leave it at that. Next question. Ooh, I thought this was going for you, Dan. We'll burn the answer, but for you first. What is the most effective way to combat laziness and implement a strong work ethic? That's a tough question.
I got the answer straight away.
Oh.
Straight away.
Got
Definitely. Routine. 100%.
I like it.
It's funny, this question, because I found myself recently, you know, feeling in a rut, feeling burnt out. You know, been doing a lot of haircuts, and, you know, there's a lot going on. But I think routine is the one thing that has sort of helped me combat that for sure. So, you know, for me, that's involved, you know, going to the gym on a regular basis. It's involved eating regularly, eating healthy food, getting good sleep, you know, scheduling time for work, but also scheduling time, you know, with family and friends and whatnot. So I'd say for me, bottom line routine. Bottom line routine.
How long has this been a new routine you've implemented, or
low key, like really new? Yeah.
But I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I can tell you're you know, you're buzzing a little bit. Your energy's different.
Maybe, bro. Yeah. I mean, I was like, for the last few months, bro, like straight out, like for the last 2 months, just been like, just sort of down, burnt out, just work, you know, probably being sick, yeah, up and down and whatnot. So I think I sort of had this little epiphany, yeah. I was in my house, in the house, and I was just thinking, I was like, you know, because I remember a time, you know, when I felt a lot better, you know, I felt just a lot better, you know, I was a lot more lifted, and I remember that time, and I sort of got down bad, and I was like, damn, bro, like that's so, you know, such a while away. But then I'm like, well, I can just sit here and do nothing, and then nothing's gonna happen. So I might as well actually fucking do it.
Facts.
So from that point, I was like, you know what, like let's try and get some things in place. So, you know, for me, that's been, as I said, you know, going to the gym, going to church on Sundays, getting good 8 hours of sleep, a good 8 hours. So not, you know, not sleeping late, but sleeping at a reasonable time. Eating healthy, scheduling time to, you know, see family and friends, not too much work, balance, but yeah, for sure.
100%. And I feel like with that routine, just start with one thing. Just add one thing to your routine now. Just one. Definitely. Whether it's you wake up the same time on the Monday to Sunday, whatever it is, one thing, or you stretch 15 minutes before, but all good. And once you mastered that, and it's like just part of your system, then add another, and then add another, and then and you slowly implement it. And now you're not just someone who like you just get who has to wake up early. You're someone who just wakes up early. That's just what you do now. Once you separate that, like you're a certain type of person that does something, you feel me? Like once you accept that, like you just eat healthy rather than a person who like eats healthy sometimes. You're just a healthy eater now. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I don't know if I'm verbalizing it the way I want.
No, that's spot on. Yeah, I've heard that. You know what that is? That's in a book. Atomic
Here we go
Habits.
again.
Atomic
Habits. I've read that.
That's exactly where it's from. That is, anyone out there, read that book. It's James Clear, I think is
I ain't gonna hold you. We don't know,
Clear.
but
read that book. That is a great book. But you're spot on there, because what happens is when you do that first habit, then the next habit starts to pile on, and then the next one starts to pile on. I can't remember the term that he gave for that sort of habit technique, but pretty much what happens is when you do that first good habit, then the next one, they all just come on. So yeah, spot on, bro.
It will become a part of your routine the same way brushing your teeth is.
Exactly.
You feel me? And I hope you guys brush your teeth.
Yeah, straight
up. But yeah, bro, I feel like you answered it, bro. I can't really add too much more to that because it is just that. It is just that routine, and just start slow. And then don't be like, oh, I want to do this, and this. I want to be like this TikTok guy who wakes up at 5 a.m. and bro, chill. Just do what works for you, master it, and then move on to the next. Yep. So that's definitely good advice, bro. Good advice.
For sure. Let's get into the next one. Okay, now I feel like you got a lot planned out, so I feel like this would be a good one for you. How far into the future do you need to worry about? The next 3, 5, 10, or plan for all?
Okay, I'm going to get my bag here. So this question is interesting because it says, do you need to worry? You don't need to worry about the future. That's the first thing. You don't need to worry about the future by any means. I feel as though you just need to look towards it. Right. So especially with what we're in my business and industry, like I'm always forward thinking, but I'm not worried about it. I have an idea that I want and a goal and an end result, but by no means am I worried about it. Right. Because those change. I know 5 years ago when I just started this, you know, it was calm basketball. We were doing completely different things. Right. And I fast forward half a decade and now I'm like, whoa, that wasn't even how it started. Right. So it's all about having an end goal in sight, which will change. And once you start making the approach to getting there, before you know it, it's going to be 3 years. It's going to be 5 years. It's going to be 10 years. You feel me? So it starts with that, not to worry about it, but just have it in the horizon. And then I would say, yeah, definitely plan for it all. But this is one of my favorite quotes I've been saying all the time lately, but just be where your feet are. And what I mean by that is just worry about what you got going on right now. One thing that I used to fail at, especially with Calm and what we're doing, all right, what about next week and chill. Let me just master what I'm doing now. And in doing that, I'm able to gain the necessary skills and whatnot to allow me to go for those end goals. Okay, I know, for example, for us, we want 20 schools next year, right? That's a short-term goal. And in 3 years, it was 3, 5, and 10. In 3 years, the work that I put in now is going to lead me to getting that goal in 3 years. You feel me? So I know what that 3 years looks like. It might be 50 schools or a number, like something measurable. I feel like your goals can't be loose either. It can't just be, oh, I just want to be bigger and better and make more money. But how much money? Like, you need to be able to track it and measure your progress. You feel me? But I think then also it's important to just be, I can't stress enough, just be where you are and hone in on whatever you're doing right now, whether it's a type of cut, you're just doing fades, master that, like get there. You feel me? Then you can start moving on. Or master for you, like, you know, having your studio. For us, it's just mastering our program and being established in every single school. I want every school in Victoria to know who we are. And then from Victoria, I want to go to the country. Like, you know, feel me?
Yes, sir.
Once we have those stepping stones, it's more about how long those stepping stones take, whether it's putting a time frame on those stepping stones. You feel me?
Yep.
If I'm you, I would lay out like 10, bro, it might take 2 years each one.
Definitely.
Feel me? But it doesn't matter about the time, bro. I just feel as though as long as you have a vision in sight.
And the crazy thing is, with those 10 that you're saying that have 2 years each,
bro,
to complete, in that 2 years, there's like millions of little ones.
Bro, there's like pebbles, bro.
Definitely. Tick them off. Literally, get a book, write the goals down, break them down into smaller goals, and tick them off.
Bro, real talk. I was talking about this the other day. So to start the year, myself, Michael, Colin, we wrote goals we want to achieve for the year. Bro, we achieved every single one of them halfway.
Smashed them.
Halfway in.
That's it.
And I forgot what the goals were. Like, but your brain works subconsciously when you write goals down and you actually, you feel me? So for us, there were year goals. It took me 6 months.
There you go.
You feel me? Am I just going to leave it there, or we add to it? We keep adding to the list and whatever it may be.
You're not done there. Job not finished.
Job not finished, bro.
That's it. That's it.
That's tough.
Of course.
That's tough. Job not finished. But what about you, bro? What do you think for that question?
I mean, I guess I don't exactly have, 3, 5, 10 years planned out for me. But I think for me, what I have planned out is always doing better than yesterday. That's as simple as it is for me, to be honest. I mean, as long as I'm always trying to achieve better, and as long as I'm trying to, get something new, do something new, whatever it is, as long as my business and myself, my everything got to do with me is improving, I think that's all that matters.
Bro, facts. And one thing I'm gonna also say to add on to it, because I feel like Ealef and I kind of like, I'm always thinking like ahead, like I always am, and I have those big goals, and you're kind of just worrying about being better. But the one thing, you got to speak it into existence. Definitely. So you got to wake up, I am better. Mm-hmm. I am better than yesterday. Mm-hmm. I've done better. Like, I will be better. Mm-hmm. Once you speak into your existence, you don't realize that you just start living in it, bro. Mm-hmm. I can't. Me and my boy Mike, bro, when we had no money from schools and we were just doing it out of the goodness of our heart, we'd always speak and move like we made money. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, bro, we're we'd say like, yeah, we're millionaires. Like, you feel me? Like, oh, we're gonna be rich. We're gonna make this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. Bro, and then you see it 5 years later, it's slowly starting to happen. But I feel like if we weren't saying it and putting it into existence 5 years ago, it doesn't get there.
Definitely.
So no matter what your plan is and your goals and your stories, whatever you may be, as long as you're acting in it and you're speaking into existence, it will happen.
Most definitely. So it has to.
Most definitely. Now, so I feel like it's a bit directed at you, eh? How much effort did it take to become a barber? It's a good question. Go, get in your bag for this one.
How much effort did it take to become a barber? I think it depends on how much work you want to put in. So how much effort? When I started personally, I was doing it for a bit of fun. I was cutting up the boys. I was just learning. I was just finding my way. I was still working and studying on the side, so it wasn't the biggest thing for me. But how much effort? That depends. It depends on how far you want to take it, right? So for me, I'm in this now. This is my 100% thing. So I'm gonna put in all the effort. I want it to work. I want to grow. I want to be the best. So I gotta put in more than I was doing previously, but also more than others are doing. Whether that means doing more haircuts, better haircuts, learning new skills. Searching up on YouTube new trends and looking how they do it and seeing adding my flair to it. It does take a lot of effort, definitely. So I think, yeah, it's not going to be an overnight thing, definitely not. But I also do think that if you are really keen on doing it, you just got to put the work in. And I don't want to give an exact number, and I don't want to, either excite or upset some people. But I feel like with the right training and the right learning, it can take a few months to be able to, pull off some real decent haircuts. The thing is, it took me 2 years to do some mad haircuts, right? And that's because I did not care at the start. It was just fun and games. And I guess that's okay because I didn't know what I wanted to do just yet. But for me, yeah, it took me way too long because I wasn't learning the right skills and the right techniques. I wasn't looking at the right people for advice and help. And I was just sort of just doing whatever I wanted to do. But any advice is get the right help, get the right advice, get the right techniques, and smash it from there. Consistency. You can do 2 great haircuts in a month and then leave the clippers, and then you're not going to be able to progress. But if you do 30 mediocre haircuts in 1 month, next month you're going to do 30 much better haircuts than that. So keep progressing, do it consistently, but use the right techniques, 100%.
Bro, please clip that, Alyssa, please. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. If you watch the footage, I'm just staring at you and all, bro. I look kind of zesty, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm just looking at this guy like, bro, you were just in your bag there. That was a deep fry, bro. That was more than a cook. I ain't even gonna. Hey, my boy, whoever asked that question, you got all the gem, all the knowledge dropped on you, bro. But
yeah, I think. Well, that's the reason why I've given that advice is because that's what I needed to hear when I started. Because as I said, I wasn't doing the right things. It took me 2 years to be able to, and when I say 2 years, like it took me 2 years to be able to say, all right, I'm going to start taking bookings now. Back then I was just doing my mates. And then when I started taking bookings, like I can pull up some of these haircuts right now to show you the atrocities that I was giving out right at the start.
Guys said atrocities.
Atrocities. So yeah, right techniques and consistency.
Hey, bro, sure. And now look at him. He's the best barber in the ends, bro. Feel me?
We're getting there.
Nah, bro, he is the best barber in the ends. I don't feel like now, ever since we started this party, bro, it's been every week someone tells me, I get my cut from, bro, it's like so many people a week now, I get my cut from Ealef. I'm like, yeah, bro, I know he's good. I know. It's like, what do you want? It's everyone, bro. All the boys, for real. And actually, this is going to be inspiring for you. I had a young person who was helping me out with schools and stuff, kind of like on work experience, which started from here. And they're like, yeah, bro, like you inspired like 20 kids in their school to start cutting, bro.
Yes, sir. I love that. I
Feel
love
me?
that.
You didn't even put in the effort, bro. Look what you did.
It's awesome. I mean, like, I think people see, and I guess it's a little bit biased, but I think people see how cool barbering is.
It's pretty dope.
It's dope. You get to talk to the boys. You get to create such a sort of, you know, welcoming, happy community for young people and older people as well. And it's just chill. You know, I got the PlayStation here. You know, guys come and play some FIFA. I need to get some new games, to be honest.
It's dope.
I need some more. But yeah, it's just a cool environment, definitely.
And that's what you're building, my brother. Now, that's a perfect segue into the next one. I'll ask you. So, G, it's a good one. I like this.
Tell me.
Where do you see the podcast in a year's time? That's crazy. Ooh. We were just touching on this and forward thinking.
All right. So in 1 year's time, logistically speaking, we should be at episode.
Oh my God.
Was it 60?
Like at the end of next year. We'll say at the end of next year.
So
like,
we should be like 56, 70, 70 episodes.
So we're at 10 now. It's 52 weeks.
Yeah. So
62.
62 and then plus a little bit at the end of the year, whatever. Yeah, all right, done. So
60. All right, so 60 plus episodes.
62 episodes.
Yep.
That's pretty crazy.
This is dope because we're gonna look back on this. Yeah,
Definitely,
62. Right? I'm with you. What else?
We gotta hold ourselves to this year,
Yep.
bro.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. Well, more guests, definitely. More guests. You know, real inspirational people. There's a few people that we got in mind that we're keen to start getting on these next episodes, and it's really exciting to imagine. But yeah, more guests. What do you reckon?
How many followers?
Whoa! I don't even want to answer that question. I was thinking in my head. More followers.
Nah, I'll be.
All right. Minimum. I'm gonna aim. I say low, but minimum a K.
Yeah. Like that's what I had in my head as well. Minimum a K. Okay. What's up? What do you think? Our most viewed video will be. The number. Just a number.
Like which episode number?
No. Like, let's say
how many views?
Yeah. How many views? A particular episode. One episode is gonna have to pop.
150, 200. Nah, more.
Bro, I was saying like 1,000, bro.
1,000.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 1,000. One of our episodes is gonna have like at least 1,000 views.
1,000, yeah.
I feel like I see us having more fun. Gonna be just better, like just better at it. I'm gonna say, bro, controversial, bro. I'm gonna put it out there. Maybe I'm thinking too big, but this is going back to my previous question. You're always gonna see it, bro. I might have a studio,
Straight. I actually thought you were gonna say that. Low key.
Might have,
Yeah, definitely.
Because I've actually been cooking. I've been thinking about some things.
Yeah,
bro. Like,
G me up, bro.
Behind
the scenes, we gotta talk some shit, cause
bro, it could be some real thing, bro. You start expanding, whatever, getting these little dudes you're mentoring for, cutting. Now you got your own place, and we have a studio upstairs, like a mezzanine. Different.
That'd be dope.
That's different. It's like a spot now.
Definitely.
Ever since we had Mike on the stew proper in the cup for real. Literally. Ever since we had Mike on, I've been getting G'd up, and bro, I'm on realestate.com and shit for no reason, bro. Just
look at this guy,
we're cooking, bro. I feel like the setup's gonna be different. I just visualize it. I don't know, bro. I think we might have like the backdrop of like the cover art. We have some more mics. The studios is gonna be
lights,
bigger. Yeah,
color,
bro. Everything.
Damn.
Everything, bro. And I feel like at least like 20 different guests. And 100%. I feel like
for sure. 1 in 3. That's doable.
And I feel like another hot one, and then we'll leave it. I feel like someone's gonna like ask us to be on, like someone pretty like somewhat big.
Damn.
They're gonna be like, hey, like I love your stuff, boys. I would love to hop on an app.
I was listening to that.
You know who you are.
That's it.
Episode 10. Email us, DM us.
Definitely.
Let us know.
Another thing as well, let me be straight out. I'm trying to keep up with this guy right here, yeah? So every episode, I'm gonna keep improving. This guy just spits naturally. This guy is literally like MC, like it literally is an MC. Like he can just do it. So like,
bro, that's why I was looking at you before, bro. And I'm like, damn, like
we'll get there.
You're sweating on me. I gotta start.
Give it a year.
Nah, bro, you don't need. Look at the way you've done in 10 weeks, bro. In 62, that's gonna be.
Give it another 10.
Stupid. That's gonna be stupid. That's a great question, though. I'm excited to think about that. You know, because like we're at a small milestone. A year's gonna be different.
Definitely, I'm keen. I'm very keen to see where it goes. Next question.
Bro, imagine next minute you say we're done after this. It's our last day.
Off camera, all right, 10 episodes, guys. Nah, I'm out. All right. Next question.
Hit me.
I like this question. And it's actually really, really relevant. Grinding versus burning out.
Great question.
The hustle.
It's a great question.
What do you reckon? At what level does it get too crazy?
Nah, all right, cool. Here we go. I'm cooked. You're gonna get burnt out grinding. You are. You are. It's inevitable because you have to get burnt out to the point where you're like, yeah, nah, this isn't feasible.
Yep.
So once you grind that hard and you're burnt out and you're almost like sick from how hard you worked, then you know, okay, that's my bottom line. I need to just do a little bit less than that.
Yep.
Let's do a little bit less, right? And in order of burning out from the grind, you need to keep it fun and keep it fresh. You need to have a mix between, you know, kind of play and work, as in, you know, for us, like, you know, definitely like schools and talking to kids, man, it's a lot. Like you get burnt out, right? Like especially doing back-to-backs in 3 or 4 schools in a week, it's like, damn. But we're still doing fun stuff. You feel me? Like I'm still working on new things. I'm still thinking of new ideas or getting new merch or whatever. But then I'm also just being where my feet are and I'm with my best friends.
Yes, sir.
Talking to young people. It's like, damn, bro, can't get too burnt out. You feel me? But you got to work hard enough to the point where you're like, nah, I'm done. I need a day off. And then you just work a little bit less harder than that. And you know kind of the gears you have to shift. You feel me?
Definitely.
But they go hand in hand, bro. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. It's all about sort of learning what your body is capable of. Yep. Because I think everybody's different. Everybody's different. Let's be honest. And it's not a race against anyone else. It's not about, oh, this guy's doing all this, I got to do that too. I guess we have that in the back of our mind. You know, we want to be able to get there. We want to be the best. But I think we got to realize what we're capable of. And as you said, if it gets too crazy, then yeah, take a step back, take a breather, get off track a little bit, take a breath, do whatever you got to do to recoup, to rejuvenate, and then get on track.
Yep.
So yeah, I think balance, working out what you're capable of, and then getting back on track. Because yeah, grinding will lead to burning out. Because there is that whole hustle culture that we've touched on in the past. And it's great to hustle. It is great. You know, at the end of the day, the hustlers are the ones that make it in the end. You're not going to make it if you don't hustle.
100%.
But you got to realize and you got to expect that there will come a time when it does get a little bit too much. But it's something to prepare for. Actually, how can you prepare for that?
For burning out? It's perfect because what I was going to say was the best part is the recovery from burning out. That determines whether or not you're going to succeed. Whether or not you're falling into the same cycle day in and day out, or you're learning from it and you're adjusting and prolonging it. But how to prepare, I'm going to say when you do burn out, just embrace it like I'm burnt. Yep. And look at it as a good thing, not a bad thing. Like, oh, no. It means, okay, you worked hard enough. You feel me? You put in a sweat.
Yep.
You know what I mean? If you run a marathon, the next day you're not meant to. It means you didn't run hard enough. You feel me? So embrace where you are right now.
Yep.
But like you said, bro, use that time to just rejuvenate, recover. Definitely. Don't have to get back on the horse straight away.
Because what's going to happen is if you're already down and then you try and go even harder, you will get lower than that. I really find it hard to believe that you will come out on top, but you're not going to be able to do that from the bottom. Sometimes you got to move a little bit to the side and then get on top. I feel like just, you know, going that far down and just being, you know, in the mud that much, I feel like going straight up, it's not going to happen. Yep. You got to take that step to the side and you got to reevaluate what you're doing to be able to get back on top.
Bro, 100%, bro. If I run and my legs are cooked and then I start trying to crawl, I would have gotten further if I ran, took a break, and then I got up and ran again.
Definitely. You
feel me? Because that person's still crawling. I'm going to beat them. So they're putting in all this work, but they're not getting as far as they could have. Sometimes you got to fall off to fall on.
Exactly. Like for example, yeah, let's put it this way. I'm thinking of a little analogy in my head, right? So you get injured, you you do let's say, you know, touch wood, you know, you do your ACL, you do, and you know, a lot of athletes I've been speaking to recently, you know, that have been hurt, like getting you know, injured, you know, whatever it might be. And, you know, the thing is, if you're that down bad, you know, you got something going on, something wrong, you're injured, you can't just keep going and you're not going to get better. You got to be able to recover. You got to take that time off to be able to recoup, to get back on track. You got to do that thing to spark it again. Yep. So, yeah.
100%. But anyone's listening, grind hard enough till you burn out at least just once and just know what it feels like. Definitely. And go from there. That's a great question. I'm going to ask you, it's a go on. It's definitely for you. Okay. It's definitely for you, Mr. Hercules. how to start the gym.
Okay. Yeah.
And you're kind of going through a restart at the
Definitely.
moment as well. So I feel like this definitely resonates with you.
Yeah, for sure. So, the gym is a huge part of my life for sure. It took a bit of time on pause for a little bit. Earlier this year and into last year. Again, I guess that's partly got to do with sort of burning out, not having the routine that we spoke about earlier and whatnot. But now I'm at that point where I'm close to 2 weeks in, getting back on track with the gym. And I think the main thing is, as we said, routine, number one. If you can find a way to schedule that gym time in, then whether it's before school or before work or after school, whatever works best for you, then start something like that. It doesn't have to be every day. I wouldn't recommend going every day, because too much of it at the start will not be sane, I guess. You need a bit of a balance. So, work your way up to it. I guess also another thing, get the right techniques. I guess it goes hand in hand with the barbering, with everything else, but get the right techniques. Make sure that you're not gonna, hurt your body at the start, because, it is a learning game. But I feel like if we can put the right steps in place at the start to be able to, keep ourselves healthy, then that's the main thing. We don't want to be getting injured. So yeah, look at, YouTube, look at your best favorite influencers out there, because there's heaps of good stuff online, for different sort of workouts and whatnot. Food as well. A lot of people, they think the gym's all about the gym.
Bro, it's 80% food.
Even more, literally.
It's nuts.
Literally. So, and you're real active as well. So, you'll be able to add a lot to this. But I feel like eating healthy is the number one thing. Your body's always going to feel better when you're eating healthier foods. Whether that be not eating processed foods, not eating fast foods, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, food's important. And I think really, really important to note that food is going to be a lot more important than the gym. So even if you miss a day of the gym, it's still important to get that healthy food in.
For sure.
But yeah, what about you? What do you reckon?
I would say, because I was a pretty late bloomer to lifting. My mom never let me, because not going to grow. I'm like, I'd rather been freaking jacked and small.
My mom said the same thing, bro. So she's probably at a point, to be honest.
Yeah, bro, but be sure, jacked and small. I'm just small, bro. Like when so I've really only like proper started lifting consistently, like probably this year or the last couple of years. I've really gotten into it. But I would say, bro, don't be afraid to go with someone. I found the gym really intimidating when I first started. 'Cause I'm like, fuck, I look so dumb, bro. What am I doing? Like, don't even know what this exercise is. Like, just look weird. But then once you also realize that, one, no one really cares about you in the gym. Like, everyone's just worried about themselves.
Definitely.
And then two, like, there's actually people who are willing to like help you as well. It's way less intimidating, because you feel like everyone's going there to lift and worry about themselves and improve their health. So they don't care about the person lifting next to them, or they don't care. Like, I hate to sound it, but bro, you're no one. Like, it doesn't matter.
Straight out.
You're just invisible. You feel me? You just go there, you do your work, and then that's it. So, make it, do it with your best friend or your boys or whatever, or whoever it may be, or your partner, and hold each other accountable. All right, we're going to lift 2 times a week to start with. And then just do it right and make sure that you're enjoying it and you're learning. And also, man, like, don't be afraid to ask for advice. But there's, like you said, there's so much free content and coaches and who are putting out gems for free. Like, don't be afraid to utilize that.
Definitely. I agree. I mean, like, the thing is, like, just how you touched on before, you're in the gym and you're stressing about what other people are thinking about you. Chances are they're thinking the same thing, or they don't give a shit.
Straight out.
So, and the good thing is, like, in gyms, there are so many, those big guys walking around the gym. Chances are they're really, nice, helpful guys.
They're the nicest people out of all of them, bro.
Definitely. They'll give you advice. They'll give you help, whatever it is. So don't be afraid, Do your thing, If you got to ask someone to spot you, don't be scared, because you don't start ego lifting and tearing a pec or something like that.
Did you ever ego lift?
Yeah, 100%.
What was like something that you like did looking back on? You're like, why did I do that?
Oh yeah.
Scott Hoy bench like 8 plates.
Nah, I squatted like quite a bit.
Say the number.
Yeah, but like it was like just
right,
90,
bro. Come on.
like just 90-degree angle. It was I don't know. It was like a 200 kg, but it was like 1 rep. I went down like hit just 90, come back up, and it was like somewhat easy. I don't know why, and I went back down, And then I've come up and I had my mate spotting me and I've like fallen back. And like lucky he's grabbed me, or that would have been over for both of us. Like finished. But then after that, like my back was finished for like 2 months. So don't do that.
Yeah, don't ego lift.
Don't
Good,
do that.
good advice, bro.
But yeah, I think we've summed it up pretty well. I feel like it's important to be able to, go to the gym. It's great for your health, definitely, but do it safely, do it properly, do it with the right people, and get massive.
Yeah, real talk. Start early.
That's it.
Start early.
What
I'm gonna start loading creatine into my kids, bro. Straight out.
Straight from young, just
bro, breast milk.
him with creatine.
Breast milk. I'm not even joking, bro. When they're on the breast milk, bro, I'm putting creatine.
Give him some creatine.
I'm loading them.
Make them like little minions and that.
No, I am. They're gonna. I want them to be what I never was, bro. I want them to be what I never was, bro. Run it.
What do we got? Let's see.
I feel like we got a couple more.
Definitely. Where are we? Okay. All right. Now,
I know which one are you looking at from
let's
that
see.
one?
There's this. Yeah, I was thinking that one, but I'm like, I don't get that one.
I'll tell it.
Tell me.
Yeah.
You do it. All right.
I get you.
Tell us about that famous story of a man taking the crown in front of the world with a dislocated shoulder. Yeah, I got no.
This guy's like this mumbo jumbo. All right, bro. So
that's why I was about to read it, but I'm like, what?
I'll tell it. Because like, so obviously like I haven't touched on it too much. I think I did maybe like episode 3, but like I used to box I was pretty into it, bro. Like once I stopped coaching and like just things were a little bit weird in my life, I was in a really awkward phase. I picked up boxing, right? It was good. Like I didn't really need too much equipment. Like, I didn't really need a gym. You feel me? Like, so I started boxing anyway. So I trained for I had a fight. Like I lost like, I don't know, bro, like maybe like 12 kilos. Like I was cutting. I trained really hard. And I had my first like amateur fight, nothing like crazy by any means. And it was for like a cup, like the promoters of the show, whatever you want to call it. Like they picked a fight or a couple fights to have like a cup for.
Yeah.
First round, I felt pretty good. I thought, I got the round for sure. Second round, no joke, maybe like halfway in, I threw a right hand, dislocated my shoulder. It was out, it was gone.
I feel like I've heard this.
Yeah, so my shoulder was out, was gone. I'm like, fuck. So I was able to kind of like still fight a little bit.
While
and
it was
then
out.
Yeah. So then
out.
Yeah. So then I go to the corner. I'm like, my shoulder's out. I'm like, fix it. And like, they're about to stop the fight. I'm like, bro, shut up. Like, I've just dedicated I don't know how many months of my life to this. You're barred. I'm not doing it. So then I was able to pop it back in myself. So I popped it in myself. I'm like, all right, here we go, boys. So I go out, third round, fucking G'd up. Like, couldn't really feel it because of the adrenaline. Cool. I feel like I was doing a pretty good job. And then even earlier, I popped it out again.
Bro, second time?
Same shoulder, bro. Again, because so then it was out proper. And there's like the video. I'm getting like smacked a little bit, but I was still able to fight. I was just fighting while I'm on, bro. I'm like, fuck it, bro. It is what it is. Bro. And then, that was out for a little bit. And then after the end of the fight, I was able to get it in, rah. And then I won, thankfully. And I was like, fuck.
You won, yeah?
Yeah, I won, bro. It's a bit of a G up, Like,
that's crazy. Now, that's a story.
Yeah, bro. I don't say too much. Like, I've kind of like, not put the boxing stuff behind me, but like, just on pause for a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Why did you take a pause on that one?
I feel like it's a very demanding sport, and like it was getting to a point where like, especially with the diet, bro. That's why it was important what you touched on. Like, I didn't have any normality. Like, I'd have to watch what I was eating all the time. Like right now, I'm pretty like heavy for my size. I feel like I'm like 70s. Before I had to fight at like 63, so like a lot lighter, right? And it was just like impacting my life in different ways. And I'm a type of person, bro. I'm either all in or I'm not in. So I was all in. I was 2 foot into all of it. And then it came to a point where it was like, I'm like, okay, I have 5-6 schools this term, right? How am I going to be in the best shape mentally to deliver that? Because that's my focus, calm. So I'm like, bro, I can't be worrying about whether or not I can get a feed with the boys after and be like a bad buzz. Hold on, bro, let me pull up my fitness pal and chill. I didn't need the added stress of what the sport brings. So I'm like, I'm gonna put it on hold for a bit. And then I did. Obviously my body was a little bit cooked as well. And yeah, bro. Nah, still not. Hasn't.
Still cooked.
Bro, because my shoulder's cooked. My missus gonna laugh at me, bro. So when I was like 16, I first dislocated it playing basketball.
Yep.
And then I was like pretty sore, eh?
So this thing just pops in and out for
and
fun.
then my mom's like, nah, you're gonna play there next week, eh? Because I put it back in. Real talk, bro.
My days,
So my mom was like, no, it's in. Like, you're all right. I'm like, all right, bro. So then, yeah, I've had like shoulder issues my whole life. But anyway, so yeah, and now, yeah, like I'm healthy, whatever. And then because I was doing the stuff with schools and then the gym, it was just like, I can go whenever. I can go 6 a.m., 6 p.m., whenever. So I just started lifting consistently. So I kind of swapped boxing for the gym at the moment. And then it's just easy to do with my lifestyle, but it took me to really realize what the main mission is. And obviously that's calm and the schools. And yeah, bro. So that's the story. Shout out my brother who asked a question, J.O. But
do you see yourself getting back into it?
No. Yeah, bro. I get the itch every now and then, eh? Yeah. Like I do, but again, like I don't want to do it unless I can immerse myself in it. Like I want to.
You want to go hard.
I want to. Like I want to be it. You feel me? Like but again, I need time. I need everything else to work. That's why I know I can immerse myself in the gym right now and running because it's on my own accord. It's hard having to go to classes and stuff like that, but yeah, bro, I'm gonna definitely get back in it, bro. Especially watching all the fights and my mates and just like missing like. Yeah, bro. Like I just shadow box randomly, just like because I just want to smack someone up. But nah. Yeah, bro. I reckon we'll go last question.
Let's do it.
Last question. And I'll ask it to you first, and then from there, and I'll say in a personal note. We'll just go 15 years. So where do you see yourself in 15 years?
15 years.
10 to 15 years. Where do you see yourself, Ealef? Where are you? What does it look like? What does it sound like? What does it smell like? What have you done? Tell me all of it.
So in 15 years, I'll be 36. So 36.
Okay.
That's crazy, bro. I don't know. Well, all right. First and foremost, start a family. Get married, start a family. And then I feel like wherever the barbering takes me, that's the thing. See, it's hard to say, because I feel like this industry has so many opportunities. It can lead to anywhere. So and right now I don't know where I'm gonna go with that, and that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing. I feel like I'm not set down to one thing, so I'm happy to be open minded to wherever it takes me. But I feel like the barbering is definitely gonna help me, to establish the foundation to be able to get to where I want to be in 15 years time for sure. With financially, with networks, all that sort of stuff. And then now also, quite interestingly, I guess 2024, starting the podcast, this has been quite pinnacle for me as well, because I feel like I've been able to venture out into a different dynamic as well. In terms of being able to, quote unquote, let's say, inspire, motivate, and also, just learn a different perspective and a deeper perspective on life. And I feel like that's going to be able to help me, come 15 years time. But yeah, exactly where I'll be, I don't know. I really don't know. But that's it. How about you, bro?
I like it, bro. No, that's good. That's wholesome. For me, 15 years, I'm going to be married to my beautiful now girlfriend. She know who she is. Have a few kids load up on creatine by then, the protein powder, bro. They're gonna be
make a whole arm.
Yeah, bro. For real, bro. I'm gonna be a sucker bus dad, bro. I'm gonna drive a minivan and stuff. But no, definitely have my family built, thriving, from a business sense. Definitely have my youth center, bro, or our youth center. That's how that's the lifelong mission for sure. And I think 15 years time is definitely feasible. I see us being on episode
1 million.
Like, what is it? What's 15 times 50, bro? I can't even do math. Just carry the one.
750.
Yeah, so we'll be about 800 episodes, 750, 800 episodes in. For sure. That's definitely where we see us. Definitely. We're still going to be doing it once a week.
We're going to keep this 15 years. Let's do it.
100%. I'm putting it into existence, bro. This is a lifelong thing for me. You feel me? And again, we'll be 36. Your kids are going to start listening to episode, bro. They might be on episode 200 by then. You don't know. So that's definitely what I want. Still be grounded with my friends and my family. Probably explore my faith more. I'll be more in touch with my faith.
Yeah, most definitely.
That's a big pillar for me. And I feel like, bro, I might be branching into business consulting by then. I feel like in 15 years, I'm able to step away a little bit from what we got built with Calm and watch the fruits of my labor and have that youth center and just be more so not like a figure, but no, fuck it, a figure. I want to be like that person of influence that people are able to go to and be established. I'm doing business consulting and advice and things like that, bro. But I'm kind of retired pretty much.
Yep.
And I'm just enjoying life with my family, my wife, my kids.
That's good.
Yeah, bro. That's right.
That's big.
So
I think that's you know, complete. You know, what I'm
facts, bro. I feel complete. You know, we'll be taking private jets to fly to the studio whenever we have to freaking to film an ep, bro.
Yeah,
That's what it's gonna be.
Let's do it. I'm Jade. Let's see. There's one more I want to touch
Yeah,
on.
for sure.
One more question.
For sure.
What made you start the podcast? What made us start the podcast?
Oh, that's a good question, bro. That's a good question. I would say I just feel like it could bring value, bro.
Definitely.
That's the main thing. Like, I talk a lot of shit. Don't get me wrong. I'm always down for a chat but I just think us putting our heads together in our respective fields and what we're doing is so different but yet similar. Bro, there's so much value in that, bro.
Definitely.
There's so much value, and it's just fun. I just knew it would be fun.
I agree. I mean, I feel like, you know, it was something that was so important, and it kind of needed to happen. You know, me just, you know, being a barber, it's great and all, it's heaps of fun, but I feel like there's more to that for everyone out there who is a barber. So, you know, for me, you know, having met you and being able to cultivate this experience, it's been awesome. And also just, you know, maybe not when I started, but now that we've been doing it for a little bit, I've been able to realize that, you know, the world, it's a bit shit. Yeah. It's
real.
It's really fucking shit.
It is, bro.
And I feel like us being able to sort of, you know, provide a little bit of positivity and optimism into the world, it's super important because, you know, at least sometimes I just speak it, but I need to hear it myself. So, you know, I think that's another really good thing about it. And, you know, I want to keep being able to spread that positivity with you and being able to shed a little bit of light onto others. So,
100%, bro. 100%. I'm excited to continue to have other people on and hear their story and just have good conversations, bro. That's all this is. It's just good conversations. And the first thing that everyone has said so far since they've taken off their headphones is like either, man, that was easy.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Definitely.
Say, oh, that was easy. I'm like, yeah, because it's just a conversation, bro. And there's so many people out there with the story to be heard. And we're just going to be documenting it, bro. From the chair to the community.
From the chair to the community.
In the cut.
Let's leave it at that.
Yes, sir.
Episode
10. In sync.
That's it.